Hey guys, hopefully everyone is doing well. Today's target is to solve question number 10.19 and we are doing FOH variance. As you know that it's 10th chapter. Half of this chapter is related to another topic which is departmental. Next half is related to FOH variance. First question we have started was 10.17 and this is 10.19 mean we have already solved two questions and you are well familiar with this performer. As you can see over here, there are two parts of this question divided by yellow line. One part is at your left side where you will calculate your variances, and the second right side part would be used for the calculation of supporting statements. It is to be used for supporting calculation. 10.19, when you will see over here, requirements are same. You are in need to calculate three variances. As you can see, first, second and third variance, and again it is total variance, volume variance and budget variance. These three variances would be calculated. Right now we will be focusing upon writing our variances. The very first variance which we will calculate is called total variance or overall variance. It is also called overall variance. And how do you calculate it? For that you need to have actual FH at first step, and then you will be making a relationship of this actual FH with applied FH. Answer of actual FH would be written over here, then you will write applied FH answer. Here difference would be written and that would be your variance. But beside that, what you will do, you will write a conclusion of this variance. For that you will be focusing upon applied FH. So if applied FH is more than actual FH, so what you will write, since applied is more, you will write it as over applied FH. In second sense, if applied FH is less than actual FH, it would be considered as your under applied FH, which would be written over here. Alright, in this way we will be able to calculate our first variance. This is your requirement. You can see under or over applied. Under or over applied, in this sense you will calculate. Second requirement you can make is your budget variance. Budget variance is also called volume variance. Budget variance, what happened to this? So right, it has been raised. Sometimes Excel do these things. Second requirement is your budget, or it is also called spending variance. And how do you calculate budget or spending variance? You will creating a relationship between your budget FH and actual FH will be related to this variance. Here you will calculate the difference between budget and actual FH. Variance would be calculated, and finally what you will do, you will conclude it how variance might be favorable or unfavorable. You will be focusing upon actual. So if actual is less than your budget FH, actual FH is less than your budget FH, tell me it would be favorable or unfavorable. If actual FH is less, you will be treating as favorable, and here you are going to change. In the similar way, contrary to this, if actual is more than that actual, FH is more than your budget, you will call it unfavorable. In the similar way, you will calculate your third variance. Why I am writing it? It was very easy for me to just copy from the previous question, and I was able to write it over here. I could paste it. But why I'm writing, I'm just letting you know that practicing is more important than solving the question. After practicing, it may be possible you don't need to pressurize your brain. You don't need to even think. Your hands will write whatever is requirement. So finally, we are at third place where you will calculate your volume, or it is also called your capacity variance, and it is a relationship between your budget FH and applied FH. Here you will calculate, you will write budget and applied FH, difference would be written over here, it would be your variance. And how would you conclude it? You will be focusing upon your budget. If your budget FH is less than your applied FH, budget is less, that means it would go in your favor. So you will call it as favorable. And contrary to this, if your budget FH is more than your applied FH, it will go unfavorable for you. So half part we have completed, and now it's time to focus upon other side. Our question is present over here, and we are just need to complete our supporting calculations, which will start over here. The very first thing which you need is your actual FH, and as you know that actual FH would be given in your question. And second requirement would be to calculate your applied FH, and here this would be calculated. Third requirement would be to calculate budget FH, and then fourth requirement would be FH applied rate or total rate. And how would you calculate it? We will see. So these are four requirements, and how you will start your calculation for supporting statements. At the end of this page, you can see over here, first calculation would be over here for A part. You will calculate, and that would be for calculation of fixed FH rate. Here you can see that to calculate FH applied rate, you do need fixed FH rate, and then you will add variable FH rate. And how you will calculate fixed FH rate? It would be considered as 4A, and for fixed FH rate you will calculate by dividing fixed FH to estimated budgeted hours. So you can rate estimated units, and units are also called hours. This way 4A will be completed, and then you will complete your 4B part where you will calculate variable FH rate. For B part, variable FH rate would be calculated by dividing variable FH with estimated hours. So this way you will complete your question statements. And why more space is needed? It's not understandable because spaces were already set. Alright, we will do it later on. Okay. So this is our first step, which would be completed for B part. We will calculate variable FH rate. For this we'll have to see our question. Let's go over there. It's little bigger size. We can reduce the size so that both things could be visible at the same time. Alright, now see over here, we have fixed FH, but there are two amounts written in front of it. budget and actual. There are two variable FH and two amounts are written in front of here, variable FH rate. So what we need is to use old variable FH, old fixed FH to calculate the rates. We are not related with actual. Actual will come somewhere else. Whenever you want to calculate your FH applied rate, you will use budget or OL. As you have seen, we have written estimated. Come over here. For A part, you need fixed FH, and here is your fixed FH. Old fixed FH is 250,000. Write down 250,000, and you are needed to divide it. Read out your formula. Fixed FH would be divided by estimated units. And now come over here. It was estimated that factory will work 50,000. Rupees is not written over here. And next to 50,000 hours are mentioned. So these 50,000 are hours, and before that estimated is written. So it would become estimated hours or units, and that is 50,000. Okay. So here there is mathematical statement, and yeah, now you will be calculating its actual amount over here. I think some statement has been changed. I'm going to I will try to let it be right there. Okay, so here we can arrange it because I was willing to let it within our calculation. Now upon calculator, what you will write, 25,000 or 250,000. I think 250,000 it is. Let's correct, 10 was not written over here. So 250,000 would be divided by 50,000. 2,50,000 divided by 50,000, and here you have calculated your fixed FH rate. Now we are going to calculate our variable FH rate. And how would you calculate your variable FH rate? For that purpose you need variable FH. Come over here. This is written variable FH, and again there are two amounts, but we are not related with actual. We will see only budgeted variable FH, which is 5 lakh. So putting 5 lakh over here. Now please focus upon the formula. You are in need to divide it by what? Estimated hours, and we have already decided estimated factory overhead hours are 50,000. So you will be dividing it by 50,000. So here your mathematical statement for variable FH is completed. It's time to calculate. It's 5 lakh rupees. Yes, 5 lakh rupees variable FH, and then you are needed to divide it with estimated hours 50,000. So this way you have calculated your second rate. It was variable FH rate 10 and fixed FH rate 5. And now we will be able to calculate our fourth step. We have seen 4A and 4B, and these 4A and 4B, when you will sum up, you will get fourth part, that is FH applied rate. How do you calculate FH applied rate? By adding fixed FH rate and variable FH rate. Fixed FH, or here it should be written fixed FH rate. Okay, so let's write over here. It is fixed FH rate, and how it would arrive? By dividing fixed FH with estimated hours. So now I know there's something related to its setup has been disturbed, and we will correct it later on. Okay, fixed FH rate, here you have calculated is 5 fixed FH rate, and then you will add what? Variable FH rate, and variable FH rate is calculated over here, and it's 10. Now you will calculate it, it would become 15. 10 plus 5, 15. Lower portion has been completed, and actually it was settled down little way. I am not comfortable if my work is not neat and clean, so please let me handle it. And here you were supposed to write in this way. Now I'm satisfied because there were amounts going outside, and in the similar way, please let it be completed. And perhaps it may not be very important for you, but as a teacher I need to let you know, arranging presentation, neat and clean work is more important. Even sometimes it's more important than question. So what I am doing, just to arranging it, and this should be written on downside. Okay, this was what I wanted to see, and now it has been cleared. So we have calculated our both amounts, rate has been calculated, and you may be thinking that why we are taking time, but please understand it was more important. So that is why we have completed it. Lower portion is completed, 4 part is completed, fixed FOH rate, variable FOH rate, and then we have added both rates, and we have got uh, total applied FOH rate. It's time to go upside, and now we will be calculating A, B, and we will be calculating first part, and that is actual FH. For that we will have to see our question where actual FH is given. Come over here, you can see actual FH is written over here, both fixed and variable. Since we need total, and at third line total actual FH 8,30,000 is mentioned. I was telling you there is no need to calculate actual FH. Normally it is given in the question 8,30,000 is actual FH. It's time to see applied FH. Somebody should tell me what is formula for applied FH. For that you will simply use actual hours or units, and then you will multiply it with applied FH rate. Actual hours, for that you will have to read this. It was estimated that factory will work for 50,000 hours, but it was estimated. Now next is what? Due to increase in demand of its product, the factory overhead worked 30% more than budget activity. So now you can understand that initially you estimated your budget. Your estimated hours were 50,000, and he is saying demand of this product has been increased, so you will have to work 30% more. So additional work, how would you calculate it? For additional work, 30% would be worked additionally. Initially 50,000 hours we were working, so we will calculate 30% of 50,000. How you will calculate 30% of 50,000? You will simply go on your calculator and will write 50,000. 30% means 30 divided by 100 means 0.3. You can directly write, but let it write in the same way, 30 divided by 100. So this way you will calculate your 30% of budgeted. It had become 15,000. Now please understand it. Estimated hours were 50,000. Additional 30% hours were 50,000. Now actual hours, how you will calculate actual hours, and that would be an addition or sum of old hours 50,000, and now you are working 30% more, that means 15,000. So actual hours are now 65,000. So come over here, your actual hours are 65,000, which we have calculated right now, and 60,000 multiplied by what? Applied FOH rate. Here you can see that fourth requirement, factory overhead rate or total applied FOH rate, which we have calculated is 15. So you will multiply it with 15. Statement completed. It's time to calculate it. 65,000 and it would be multiplied by 15, with which you will be able to calculate your applied FOH. It has been calculated, applied FOH, and now you will be calculating your budget FOH. For budget FOH, you need two things. First, you need to have your budget FOH. Formula for budget FOH is actual hours and it would be multiplied by variable FOH rate, and then you will add fixed FOH, and then you will add your fixed FOH. It should be written over here. Okay, now again actual hours we have calculated over here. Estimated hours were 50,000. Additional 30% we have worked. Additional hours were 15,000. Totally we have worked 65,000. So actual hours are 65,000. Please focus upon the formula. You need to multiply it with what? Variable FOH rate. Come down. Here you have calculated your variable FOH rate, and that you can see is 10. Hopefully it's visible, but let's make it more clear. Here 4B variable FOH rate you have calculated, and that is 10. So put 10 over here. You have completed the statement, and now it's time to calculate it. So 65,000 and it would be multiplied by 10. So you have got your actual hours multiplied by variable FOH rate, and then you are needed to add fixed FOH. So here is your fixed FOH, 250,000. You will always use your old fixed FOH. So 250,000 is your fixed FOH, and this way you will be calculating your budget FOH. How? Since it is written add, so you will add your fixed FOH in above statement 6,50,000. In this you are needed to add 2,50,000, and this way your budget FOH is calculated as 90,000. Okay, and next is you will calculate the variances. So everything on right side is completed. Actual FOH was needed, we have calculated. Secondly, we needed applied FOH. This is also been calculated. And then budget FOH 90,000, it has been calculated. So right side of the page is completed. It means we can now focus upon our left portion. And here the very first thing which would we calculate is total variance. For that we need actual FOH, and here you can see your actual FOH is written at first. It is 8,30,000. So put 8,30,000 over here, and then you need to put applied FOH. Second statement, supporting statement, we have calculated applied FOH 9,75,000. So put 9,75,000 over here. Now it's time to calculate its variance. How would you calculate? By taking the difference of both actual and applied. So applied is 9,75,000 and you are needed to subtract actual FOH to calculate the difference, and here we have calculated the difference between actual and applied. It's time to conclude it. For this we will be focusing upon applied FOH. If applied FOH is more, that is applied FOH is 97, actual is 83, it means applied is more. So it would be called applied is more over applied total variance, and that is 145,000. come over here. First requirement was under over applied. We have seen 145,000 and come 145,000, and we have written it as over applied, and here is over applied. So first section is completed, first variance is completed. Next target is to calculate your budget or spending variance. For that you need budget FH, and here on third you have calculated your budget FH. Let me, it was minimized. Okay, factory overhead 19th question we were doing, and we were here. Okay, so we need budget FH. Budget FH was calculated at third spot. Total budget FH 9 lakh. We have calculated, put 9 lakh over here. And next you need to have actual FH, and actual FH is written at number 1. It is 8,30,000. Put 8,30,000 over here. And now it's time to calculate your variance. And how would you calculate your variance? By taking the difference of budget and actual. Budget was 9 lakh, and you will subtract actual FH to calculate the difference. So here we have calculated the difference. It's time to see whether it is favorable or unfavorable. For this you will focus upon actual. Actual 83, budget 90. It means actual is less, which is favorable. So you will write favorable budget variance, budget favorable budget variance, and that is 70,000. So let's see what is given in your book. Third requirement was budget variance. So third requirement 70,000. Here is your 70,000, and we have written actual was less. No, it's wrong over here. 70,000 is favorable. Let me see if actual FH was 830,000. Yes, 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 yes. So misprinted and wrong decision. It is not unfavorable. It is favorable because your actual is less than your budget. So you can erase it or correct it. The third requirement is volume variance, for which you need your budget FH, and budget FH was calculated at third spot. You can see statemental or supporting calculation. Third budget FH is 9 lakh. So put 9 lakh over here. And now you need applied FH. On second spot of supporting calculation, you have calculated applied FH, which is 9,75,000. It's time to calculate its variance. How would you calculate? By taking the difference of budget and applied. Your applied FH is 9,75,000. You need to subtract 9 lakh budget FH to calculate the difference. So we have calculated the variance, and now we will see and we will conclude, is it favorable or unfavorable. For that we will be focusing upon budget. So your budget is less than your applied FH. Budget is less, so it would become favorable. So you will write favorable volume variance, and that is 75,000. Let's see what is over here. So you can see 75,000, 75,000. It is favorable and also written favorable over here. Just see answer, conclusion unfavorable. Just raise it. It's not unfavorable. You will write favorable over here. So question was 10.19. 145,000. You can see 145,000 is here, and we have seen it is over applied. Then B part 75,000. Here you have calculated 75,000, and then 70,000 is present over here as well. All three answers are correct. Thankfully, we have completed this question with these supporting calculations. One actual FH was given in the question, then applied FH formula, budget FH formula, then FH applied rate, which was divided into two parts. First part to calculate fixed FH rate, then second part was to calculate your variable FH. This way our question has been completed. Though inspired we have given a little more time, because in this question speciality was we have calculated actual hours by self. Actual hours were not given in the question. They have just said due to increase in demand you have worked more. How much? 30%. So 30% hours were added to the estimated hours with which you have calculated your actual hours. This was little different, so extra time was given over there. After spending this much time, even if you have any query, any question, you can text, message, or directly ask, but I'm requesting you to please repeat it 2-3 times. Question is similar, but make it in your practice. This way our time for today's question has been completed. 10.19 is solved, and surely we will be meeting for the solution of any other question. Up till then, please take care of yourself. And I'm also requesting you to please pray for me. It's time to say goodbye. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.